Welcome to the Uncanny Comic League. Is that right?
That's
what it's
yeah,
called?
that's what we're called, the Uncanny Comic League.
Alright, good.
I'm Jason.
I'm Ryan. And we're going to do another comic book haul video like you guys seen last time. I'm going to go, he's going to go, vice versa. Talk about a little bit. So let's get to the comic, shall we? And the first comic of the week that I'm going to show, once I can get them one stuck together, is I Feel Sick. If you remember last video, I was telling you I had number 2 and I wanted to get number 1. I actually went to the Begality, which my friend Jay told me about, thank you. And I found this here, number 1. Again, in case you missed the last video, I really like the artwork. I haven't really read the story yet, but there's only 2 of them, so it won't take me long. And
it's shown in Vasquez, so it'll be dark and twisted, yet somehow funny.
Alright, I'll put down a couple more.
Okay, actually, I'm gonna go just because that's sort of a back issue. I went back because Ryan's collecting AVX. I'm not so much, but I went back and got some of my favorite issues from it, just to the X-Men Legacy when Rogue kicks the snot out of everything.
Yeah, that's this Iron Man here. Is it the real Iron Man? Don't.
Which is good, or he'd be dead.
Yeah. D.
And then my favorite. I don't know about you. The Uncanny X-Men run with Mr. Sinestro.
I see.
With, underground London.
Well, I understand why other people like it, but for me, I don't know. It was okay. It got better with all the... When it started to come to fruition, is the word I'm looking for. Fruition. And while he's at it, actually, I'll just put down all 3 of these at the same time. I got these this week. These are the other tie-in for that story. Clearly. And they were pretty good. Well, the
Wolverine, the X-Men, that's, again, like one of those, at the end of the issue, leaves you wondering, is that a game changer?
Oh yeah, good throw it actually. Here, at this point in the story, it looks like things are starting to come into place. Guys are starting to see, ladies are starting to see that things aren't what they seem. They look like they're starting to get the idea of wanting to work together, but I'm not sure yet. It hasn't exactly happened.
Yeah,
like
it's sort of trying to get to the Phoenix 5 and show them that they're not the same anymore. That they're actually turning into these weird aliens, basically.
Yeah.
Like, at least alien humans. Green Lantern.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good series overall. He got back his full ring.
Full power of the ring from the Indigo tribe.
Yeah.
Worked out a deal.
No.
This, however, is pretty good. The ending on that, where they landed, in the room. I won't say too much in case people haven't read it, but this is one later that we're going to review, so if you're going to watch our videos and you haven't read it, I suggest you read it soon.
Yeah. Before Watchmen continues with the comedian. Again, good story, not the best one that's come out yet, but it's like comedian sort of covers JFK and the Vietnam War.
I'm sort of in and out on the Watchmen right now. I mean, I'm reading everything, obviously, but...
The last couple issues have been really heavy in the politics, which is fine, but sometimes it's a little blunt.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to quite take it, but, again, it's not going to stop me from buying it.
Well, it definitely, it looks to pick up, and I like the comedian, so we'll see where that goes. And this one here, New Guardians number 11. And this has been a good story from the beginning, and this actually flips the script, I should say, or it totally flips. It's not what you think it was. It wasn't what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I hate to steal a line from Dennis Green from the Minnesota Vikings, but they aren't what we thought they were, but they are what we thought they were, I guess. But
it's been nonstop. It's the same arc right from the very beginning. I'm guessing it's going to be a 12-issue spread. If you want something that's just fast and doesn't let up, and you want to pick up some trades.
A lot of twists and turns, pullers, pokes and jerks. Go ahead.
Continuing to get Venom. It's a fun read. It's been solid in that effect. Like the Circle of 4 was really good. That's what really kept me in. Savage 6 has been all right. But it is what I expected to be.
It's like a Halloween type feeling. Is that Carnage right? Yeah, it looks like Carnage right there.
Carnage is back in.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, you gotta keep reading it if Carnage is in.
Of course. I'll put down Justice League Dark, I guess, number 11.
Yeah.
One of my favorites out of the New 52 since day one. Going to continue to buy the series. Like it. Another twist at the end. It's not what you thought they were again. And this one, I suggest if you're reading this, you know what I'm talking about, how exciting it's turned, but it's going somewhere where I'm very excited where it's going. So I can't wait for number 12. Thoughts?
Yeah, John Constantine, awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the story's right now centering around him. I think it's
yeah, it's definitely centered around him, all right.
Again, it's hard to talk about without getting too specific, but it's totally worth the read. So I'm into issue 5 of 8 of the new Edwardians. This issue, not great. Not a lot happened. But I think issue 5 of Detective was the same problem.
Yeah.
So whatever. There's 3 left. I'm assuming it's moving towards.
I'll be honest though, this series hasn't exactly captured me or blew me away. Essentially, I mean, I'm reading it. It's coasting.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know.
It's
how
really
I feel about
it's
it.
a really different style comic from anything else that any of us are really reading. It's a noir. It's like a Victorian era noir.
Yeah.
Detective story.
I just expected maybe a little bit more. Just yeah. It's a little bit slow, I guess.
It is. It is a slow-paced story.
Go ahead. I got
The Dark Knight.
Oh, this is really starting to pick up the series.
For the series, it was I was so worried about continuing at the very, very beginning because the first few issues are pretty bad. I'm very happy I've stuck with it.
But we'll point out one thing as well. If you notice, David Finch used to be the writer, he is now the artist.
Yeah.
And Greg Hurwitz is now the writer. So it's a good move.
Yeah.
David Finch is an artist first. And I like that. It's a good story going on with the Scarecrow.
Yeah.
If you're not reading it, that's one I could recommend that you try.
If you need the second Batman title after Batman itself, because clearly if you haven't read Batman, you need to go back and get everything from at least issue 5 onwards.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor.
Definitely.
Eternity, a Jeff Lemire one-off. It was an interesting story. I mean, it was worth a one-off pickup. I don't know what type of long-sustaining series it could be.
I don't know if it could be. I think it's something that would be like a 1 to 5, like a limited run.
I mean, because at the same time, they actually left a big cliffhanger at the end where I would really like them to print the second issue.
I think it could be a test because it's a one-shot.
Like again, like a 2 or 3 issue run or something.
Yeah.
I would like more than just one.
Yeah. Not sold on it. Don't hate it. You could try it, I'd say. It's not bad.
I finally found, I've been looking for issue 1 and 2 of Manhattan Projects for 3 months now. So I've just been collecting the issues and I don't read ahead. I finally read it. It's going to be a biased opinion. This is up my alley. Like, I can't believe it's the secret super science war coming through, like World War II and the Cold War masked by the Manhattan Project, and they've got actual scientists like Oppenheimer and Einstein, except twisted.
It was different. I tried reading it. I mean, it was out there for me.
Yeah. If you like going out on a limb here, but if you like Atomic Robo, it's something more in that vein. It's not quite as goofy as Atomic Robo, but it's just as bizarre. And if you like alternate World War II with goofy superhuman stuff on top of it, then it's just for you. Voodoo.
I actually, you know what, this series is ending. I'm not upset by it. I understand why they're ending it. You know, it didn't get the support. You know, obviously it's not the best in the New 52, but it's definitely not the worst. I'll say that. And in this issue, I kind of like where it ended, where the two clones, or Priscilla and Kitine, if I'm saying her name right, they finally face each other, and it ends at something sort of like that. I can't wait to see the way they wrap the series up. I know everybody out there knows that number 12 is the end of it, and if you don't, Well, that's the end of it. I just told you.
But I guess they did a pretty good job of smoothly bringing it towards the end. Like I guess they got enough notice.
Mind that story, did you?
Sorry?
Did you mind that story?
No, it's a good. It's 11 is. It's a little straightforward, but it's a couple like really cool things like the giant golems. But it's very like we're moving it forward to the final issue, the final fight, so it's
showdown.
It's sort of like the extended preview.
Yeah,
a good extended preview.
It was a good extended preview.
Ultimates 13, the first one in that one for Divided We Fall. Captain America is back.
Oh, I really liked his entrance in that one. It did have a movie type feeling. It made you want to cheer for the good guy and say, yeah, I had that moment where I felt like,
especially where you're a little down on him because when they first went,
he didn't want nothing to do with anything. He was pretty
adamant
that he wasn't going to help with anything.
Yeah, but it got so out of control he couldn't sit by, and again, the way you find out that he's back.
When he says to Carol Danvers, he's looking on the TV, the president, is that who I think it is? She's like, yeah, that's it. When you see Captain America taking care of B.I.
And my last one is the latest issue.
This is great. This is good.
I love it.
Yeah, this is a really good one.
It's top 5 for me right now. I talked about it, I think, a little bit last week because I picked up some back issues.
I read it.
I'm going to go into big detail. I'm going to do one of the reviews on it.
We're going to have to on that one.
Too much to talk about in a couple seconds.
And now to the ending. I saved this for the end because essentially you can see I bought a stack. What this here is, folks, that is the original print. I got lucky and found one because some guys had it in their bin and they never came and got it. Thank you to those guys who never came and got it, because now I have from 1 to 11, and I read this and I can tell you guys right now, this is worth the hype. I understand why this issue sold so much. I'm glad I got a second opportunity at it, and it is in my top 5. This and Batman are my 2 favorite reads right now in the New 52. I have to say that. I love these books. I can't wait for issue 12. Can't wait. And if you want, you know what? Can't wait if you want to zoom in on it like you did last time and remind them what it is. Justice League, all the way up from 1, original print, to 11. Fantastic read. Jay?
I haven't read it yet. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, it's been hyped a little.
Yeah.
That's all he's been talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully next week I can start into it.
All right.
Catch up.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for the Uncanny Comic League. Yeah, we'll work on that. See you next time.